welcome to another video. My name is Mitzi, aka the Loopy Scientist. It is a Sunday, May 25th right now. It's Memorial Day weekend here in the States. My original plan when I started this channel was to vlog each week, Sunday through Saturday. The last vlog that I filmed was about 3-ish weeks ago, and I haven't filmed since then. We had a lot of stuff happen, and so I just wasn't able to film during that time. I wanted to start this video with a little bit of a haul. Joann's is closing, as y'all know, and I'm filming this basically after my two most local Joann's have actually completely closed. They closed on May 22nd, I believe. So I did get some stuff from them, and I ordered a new set of clover hooks, which I was going to show y'all whenever I got it, but I have since opened it. So the 5mm hook is missing and they're looking a little wild in here. So they were on sale on Amazon, I think for like less than $50 for a whole set, and I needed, I think, like 4 of the sizes anyways. So I went ahead and just got the full set because it would have been the same price as getting them all individually. I was able to get big bags of polyfill at one of my local Joann's. So I got 2 of these, the 32-ounce bags. So that will, I think, hold me over for a while. It's not like I make a ton of plushies all the time at this exact moment in my life. I'll probably need more a little bit in the future, but I think these 2 bags should hold me over. And then I also have a partially filled bag that I already have gotten into, so I think that that'll be fine for now. So that's exciting. I was able to get these. I think the day that I went, it was maybe 60 or 70% off. I can't remember which one. So I unfortunately fell in love with Big Twist plush basically a month before Joann's announced their bankruptcy, or like announced that they were closing. So that sucks for me, but I have been trying to keep at least a few skeins, and I heard Hershner's is going to continue Big Twist. Unclear if that's going to include the yarns that I use, but I wanted to go ahead and get some, and in the hopes of Hershner's actually taking over. Hopefully I have enough of like neutral colors and colorful ones that it'll hold me over for a while. But yeah, so I got this skein of Big Twist plush. I only got 1 skein of this. It is in the color coral. I think it's really pretty, so I got this one. That's upside down. So I got this one, and then I also got, where should I put these? I'm just gonna put them back here. I also got 2 skeins of the red one called Chili Pepper, and I'm really excited for this because I'm actually going to be using this for a pattern test. I didn't realize that I was going to be chosen for the pattern test when I bought this, but now I have a use for it, so I'm excited. And then black, I really wanted more neutral colors because if you can see behind me, I don't actually have that many neutrals. I just have the light cream color. So I got a skein of the black yarn. There were only like, I think 3 available at my local Joann before they closed, and I told myself, oh, I'll go back the day that they're closing, and if there's any skeins left, great, I'll grab them, because I think that they were going to go down to like 80% off the day that they were closing, plus like an extra 50% off or something like that. Unfortunately, I did not go back, so I only have this 1 skein, but that's okay. I think it will be fine for a while. I feel like I only really use black for details right now, so I think it'll be okay. And then I also got a skein of gray. So again, because I wanted a neutral color, they had a ton of this left. I probably should have grabbed more, but oh well. I ended up getting, I think the black and the gray actually at my local Joann's, and then the more colorful ones at the one a little bit further away from me that's like about 15 minutes away. All of these were 60% off, but I I think, one of these 2 skeins for free. I don't know what kind of deals they were running, but basically I bought multiple things and it seemed to be half off of what I was expecting to actually pay, even at the 60% off price. So I don't know what was going on. I feel like everything was changing so quickly, especially in those final days before the store closed. So yeah. Anyways, I also got a couple of skeins of Lion Brand Basic Stitch. This is one of my favorite acrylic yarns. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to make with this yet. I just really like this color, and it was, I think these were 60% off, but they had already, for some reason, been on sale or something, so it wasn't much. It was like $2 or something. I got Basic Stitch in a lot of different colors, actually, so not just this green. I really like this green. This was at my local Joann, but then I got all of these at my the other local Joann's. So the 2 of these blues and 2 of these grays. I think I'm going to use them potentially to make something for my husband. He's the one that chose the colors, so that's what I'm using this for. And then I just thought this color was pretty. I have a really bad habit of just buying yarn and being like, I'll figure out something to do with them later, which I think I will. These are all very pretty colors. I really love this. And I think it'll be good for like fall. It gets very hot here over the summer, so definitely not going to be using any acrylic, acrylic to make anything for any summer garments or anything, but I have those now. And then I also bought 2 skeins of Bernat Velvet. I want to start making scrunchies, I think. So I bought these 2 skeins. I have some Juicy Couture velvet yarn as well. And so I think these will be good. Or if I want to make something maybe a little bit smaller, like a smaller plushie that's like really shiny, I can use these as well. They are pretty big skeins. These Bernat Velvet ones are pretty large. So yeah, we'll see what I make with them. I'm excited to have gotten them at a discounted rate. I wouldn't have bought them otherwise. So yeah, that's everything that I got from Joann's, I think. That's not true. Right. I also got this little zipper, this yarn zip. I think you can like crochet directly into it. Yeah, I think it was originally $10 and it was 90% off by the time I got there. So I think this was only like $1. Probably should have grabbed way more of these, but I thought that this would be a good thing to try on the channel and see how I like it. So maybe we'll make like a pencil bag or like a small little pouch or something like that with this. But yeah, I was very excited about this. So I got that and all of this yarn. So in total I got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 skeins of yarn, 2 bags of polyfill, and then a zipper. So I think that that was a pretty good haul and that'll hold me over for a while. I try not to buy, I say that, I don't know. I want to say that I try not to buy yarn that I don't need, but I mean, I have a bunch of yarn that I haven't used yet. I'll make good use of them, especially now that I'm starting to crochet more and dedicate more time to it. I think I'll make good use of it, and hopefully we can sell some stuff made with the yarn that I bought. I'm gonna put up all of this yarn and then I will check in with y'all about the pattern tests that I need to do. I have 2 pattern tests that I'm working on this week, so we'll talk about those, and then I think I'm gonna get started on one of them. So let's go ahead and put up this yarn. So I have 2 pattern tests to work on this week. One of them is a Klombo from Fortnite. Klombo is this kind of dinosaur, dinosaur, lizard, amphibian type creature in Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite, so I don't know all the lore. I applied because I thought he was very cute. Not gonna lie to you. So I won't pretend to know all of the lore, but I do want to show y'all what he looks like. I think he's so cute. So that's Klombo. He's very cute. He's got 6 legs, and this is actually a snuggler pattern as well, so the body won't be stuffed. I need to choose the colors. I actually really love the colors that he originally is. So I might actually just choose those colors for the pattern test. I think we need 4 colors in total. And then I also have another pattern test coming up for Wonder Crochet. The pattern will most definitely be out by the time that this video goes up, and it's for a little popping hermit crab in a bucket. There's a popping version and a non-popping version, so I'm going to work on that this week. And I actually got the Big Twist plush before that tester call came out, and then I saw that and I was like, perfect, I'll use that for the hermit crab. So I'm really glad that I got chosen, and so I will work on that this week as well. And other than that, so those are the 2 pattern tests that I have this week, and I have a bunch of other random things that I want to do for my business this week that I'll take y'all along with. So I'm going to, I think, start researching some markets that I could potentially go to, see if there are any recurring markets, and kind of plan out to go visit them. I think I need to file like a permit for sales tax. I'm not exactly sure how that works because I do want to open an Etsy shop, and I don't know if I need the sales tax permit beforehand or not. So I need to do some research on that and start getting that done if it needs to be done. As y'all know, I am starting a crochet business now, so I am completely clueless as to how this works. So if y'all have any tips, especially for people in Texas, because I know every state is different, and I keep finding information for different things, but then everything says this will be different based on your state, and then I get confused because I don't, and then I have to go to like 5 different websites to even look for anything. So if you have any tips on starting a crochet business, specifically in Texas, that would be great. Okay, so I chose the colors that I want to use for this Klombo pattern test. I think I'm gonna make the main body blue. I'm going to make the belly pink, so kind of a cotton candy sort of Klombo. And then this purple will be for the little toes, the toe beans on the feet. And then I'll just use white for the foot pads. So this is the combination I went with. Hopefully I don't run out of any of these colors. I think I have more of each of these, but I'm really excited to get started. Good morning, friends. I am currently outside of my Michaels. So I'm working on this pattern test that I told y'all about. I will show y'all the progress that I've made so far when I get back home. But I decided to use that blue for the body, and I didn't realize how big the pattern was going to be, and I think I'm going to run out of blue. The main issue here is that it is Sweet Snuggles Lite, and if you don't know, now you know that Sweet Snuggles Lite has basically been not discontinued, but it has not been available for a very long time in a lot of Michaels stores, and it's been pulled off online. So I'm going to just go into Michaels and just see if they have any Sweet Snuggles Lite. I honestly haven't been there since probably 2024, so I don't even know what they have. I think the last time I went in was to get like some stuff for Christmas, and that was like during the whole Sweet Snuggles Lite fiasco, and I think that's like right before they pulled it. So I don't know what the stock looks like here, but I'm going to try. We'll see. I have a backup plan in case that doesn't work. If they don't have any, then yeah, I will just go with my backup plan. I can't frog it because it's Sweet Snuggles Lite, and if you've ever worked with Sweet Snuggles Lite, you know that it's the worst to try to frog. So I'm just going to basically pivot if that's the case, but we will see. Okay, so no Sweet Snuggles Lite. The only thing that they had was Sweet Snuggles Lite with like, there was like a pink one with kind of like flecks in it. And that's the only Sweet Snuggles Lite that they had. Everything else was Sweet Snuggles, and then they had like Skinny Chenille and Petite Pearl and things like that. I've never actually tried those, and there was some Skinny Chenille on sale. So of course, I couldn't leave empty-handed. So I grabbed some of the clearance Skinny Chenille. I grabbed this green one. And I think I'm gonna make some frogs with it. There's a lot of yarn in here, so I might make a lot of different things. If y'all have any ideas of what to make with this, let me know. I did want to try it. There were a lot of skeins on clearance of this like kind of variegated kind, but then obviously they have the solid colors and stuff as well. So if I like it, I might grab more. But I did want to try it since it was on clearance. They also had some crochet kits with chenille yarn. I thought about grabbing one of those. I'm not sure how in love I am with any of the designs, but I don't know. If y'all would be interested in seeing those, let me know. They were only, I think, like $5 or something like that. Hello again. Apparently today is just an errands day. I came to a nearby mall to check for something for a friend at this store, Miniso. They were looking for a specific like blind mystery box for a particular character. Unfortunately, my store didn't have it, but because I was in there, I grabbed some stuff. So I just want to show y'all what those are real quick. They're not crochet related, I can tell you that right now. But I saw this little thing called Zanmang Loopy, and I thought that was cute because obviously my name is the Loopy Scientist, and I think that he's super cute. So I grabbed this little acrylic assembling toy, so we might put that together when we get back home. I also grabbed, I've been looking for another like lip gloss sort of situation that's not red and not like super pale. So I got this Stay Glassy hydrating lip tint in the color Hot Gossip. So that's fun. And then I also got these Lays, and they are in Korean spicy ramen flavor. So I want to try those real quick. I did sanitize my hands, so I'm going to try those. Bag basically exploded. They smell good though. Whew, those are spicy. They're good though. I wouldn't say that they taste like ramen necessarily, but I like them. I enjoy them. I'm gonna put them up so my husband can have some when I get home. But yeah, so that was my haul from there. And then when I get back, I will show y'all the progress that I made on the pattern test, and then show y'all where I'm at and how I had to pivot for that pattern test as well. So hello again. It is the next day. I didn't update y'all yesterday, and I apologize for that. I actually came home and I just finished the pattern test because I just wanted to get it done and get all of my comments in and all of that without any distractions, and also because I'm the worst content creator in the world. This is what it looks like. It is very cute, and basically what I was saying before was I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough of this blue color in the Sweet Snuggles Lite. So what I ended up doing was, because I did the toe beans in this purple color, I ended up doing purple stripes along the back so they would match these toe beans and still look cohesive. So this is what the back looks like now, as you can see. Basically I just did rows of blue and then 5 rows of purple along the back because I was worried that I was going to run out of the blue. I ended up making the head first just to see how much blue I had left, and I needed enough blue to get the spikes done and get the rest of the body done after I had already done the legs. So this is how much yarn I ended up with at the end. You can see here It's not a ton, so I'm glad that I did the stripes on the back, because I think I would have been very stressed towards the end of the body of actually being able to use the blue. And what I usually do whenever I have this many color changes, because there are so many color changes just within the rounds, even if I didn't have to do the stripes, because you change the color halfway in the round to get the belly color, I ended up basically, instead of carrying the yarn over as I did the color changes, which is what I typically would do, I would cut the blue as I was doing the color changes and tying it off. That way I didn't use as much blue as I would have if I were just basically carrying it to the other side as I was going. And I think that that worked out well, because I actually had blue left over and I wasn't so stressed about it. So this is what it looks like. It's a pretty large pattern, especially with the Sweet Snuggles Lite. And it has a ton of color changes, so if you're averse to changing colors, maybe this isn't the pattern for you, but it did end up turning out really cute, and I really like the way that the legs were worked into the body, and it's like a little snuggler pattern, which I think is adorable. The head's a little floppy on mine, but I think that the spikes look really cute, and kind of looks like it's smiling even though it doesn't actually have a smile. So I ended up using 30mm eyes, and these are just regular black safety eyes, and then I added the white detail around. And then I did the spikes in both of the accent colors just to tie it all together. So I did them in pink and in purple as well. And this is what it ended up looking like. You can see, pretty big boy. So now that that pattern test is done, I went ahead and took pictures. I sent it over to the group. I added all of the comments that I had on that pattern already. So that pattern test should be completely done now. What I'm going to do is move on to my next pattern test. So there's one other pattern test that I want to get done actually today / tomorrow morning if possible, because it's due on Sunday, but I have something basically for the entire afternoon and night tomorrow. I'm celebrating a friend's birthday, and she rented out an Airbnb, and we're gonna have a sleepover, so I think it's gonna be super fun. But that means I won't have time to work on this pattern test while I'm there. So I want to get the colors chosen for that. Okay, so the pattern test that I'm working on is a hermit crab in a bucket by Wonder Crochet. I'm part of her Patreon, and I got chosen for this pattern test as part of the Patreon pattern. So from what I can tell, we need 3 colors for the bucket. Okay, so the crab itself is going to be red because I want to keep the hermit crab look. The shell I might make a different color than just red, and the sand probably needs to be a sandy color. And then she used 3 different colors for the buckets. We'll see what we have. Small update. I finished the crab and the shell, and I sewed the shell on. I sewed it on a little bit wonky. You can see that it kind of like divots in here and here. That's my fault though. I didn't pin it or anything, like use the sewing sticks or anything before I put it on there. I just kind of went for it, and then I think I just like ran out of space here. But either way, I still think it looks cute. It's a little bit crooked, but what shell on a hermit crab isn't? So it's fine. I am going to move on to the bucket now. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to do pink for the actual bucket. And then this is gonna be for like the lip of the bucket, just kind of as an accent. And then I'm going to do blue for the handle. So I'm gonna work on that and then I'll check back in. Okay, just wanted to hop on for a quick check-in. I have the bucket done, the sand is in, and I'm starting on the lip of the bucket. This is the point where I'm going to change colors to basically the other color for the handle of the bucket. I have 17 minutes left of burlesque. I'm pretty sure I can finish the lip of the bucket now. And for the handle, I might have to start another show for that, but we'll see. I'm crocheting a bit slower than I probably would with a different yarn, but because this is Big Twist Plush, I don't know if y'all have any experience with these like thick blanket yarns. Bernat Blanket is the worst for me. It really hurts my wrists. Big Twist Plush isn't as bad. Although this white color, the texture is rough. And that's unfortunate because Joann's is now gone and I can't get another one of these skeins, but this basically feels like a towel, which I guess is fine if I'm just using it for the sands, but I don't know what else I'm gonna be able to use this with, honestly. All right, I'm all done. Wait, no, that's not true. I literally thought that I was done and I was about to show you guys, but something's missing. The handle's still missing. So I'm almost done. This is what it looks like. I really love it. I really like this pattern, so this should be available. Oh, I'm sure it'll be available by the time this video goes out. If you made it to this part of the video, comment down below what your favorite animal is. My favorite animal is an alpaca. I really need to make one of those soon. I need to crochet one. I haven't ever crocheted an alpaca, even though I love them. If you can't tell from, I don't know if you can see my background, but I have alpacas over there. I also have a little alpaca my friend made with alpaca wool as well. And then I have some planters here, also alpacas, because I just keep getting them as gifts because people know how much I love them. So I really do need to crochet an alpaca soon. Maybe that'll be in a coming up video. I'm really proud of myself for finishing both of those pattern tests today, and I'm glad that I got them done before I had to do everything that I needed to do to get ready for tomorrow with my friends. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would really love to have you around, and I will be filming more vlogs, and I think next week I'm going to go to DAISO and get some yarn and try out that yarn, so stay tuned for that video. Anyways, I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Stay loopy, my friends, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Okay, so